Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man.
Angry Fan Movement is the movement to move with. URL TV for life. You already know what it is.
I'm back with the guest. We got Avocado on. Yo, Avocado, what's up, man?
How's it going, Caps?
Sure, man. It's an honor to have you up here, bro. It's about time. You know, I've been asking you forever.
Yeah, man. I'm honored to be on, man. Long-time fan.
Oh, man, we appreciate that, man. Yo, I want to get right into it. There's a lot of questions I want to ask you. Like, first and foremost, what got you started in battle rap?
Shit, man. Well, I mean, I've always been a fan of hip-hop. And, you know, like anybody growing up as an adolescent being a fan of hip-hop, they tried their hand at rapping themselves. So, you know, I rapped fucking a long time ago, and then I battled a long time ago too, back in like 2000, 2001. And yeah, I just got into it, saw Scribble Jam, and then it just got hooked from there, and I just became like a super fan essentially.
Oh, okay. So from there, what you was already doing production or what?
Well, I've always been into film, like ever since I was like 15. I had like an LLC selling skateboard videos when I was like 15, 16. So I was always doing film. And then I was always into hip-hop and battling in general. And I was actually on this old battling message board called mcbattles.com, which basically turned into rapmusic.com. And I just met Lush One through there and this other guy, Philip Drummond. And I did a couple of videos for them, like little tournament videos that were in San Francisco. And then I did a documentary on the West Coast battle scene called Fresh Coast. And then from there on out, I just started filming Grind Time.
That is crazy. So you was Grind Time's main, if not only, filmer, you're telling me?
Well, it was me. In the beginning, it was me and Corey. Corey did basically all the editing for like every single division, and he filmed I think the Orlando division at first, which was like the original one.
Exactly.
So yeah, but I was filming all the West Coast division battles.
Okay, wow. So you filmed Dumbfounded and Tantrum. You filmed Dumbfounded and Flow. You filmed all of that.
Yeah, it's all me.
So here's my main question, and like this is my main question: with you being a fan of battle rap, so I know you obviously going crazy over everything that's happening around you. How the hell are you keeping the camera so steady and you able to focus and you seeing all this weird shit going on around you? Not like good bars and because you was there for when they did the whole ball juice sweat whatever low pushy. Like what was you thinking when you filming this shit like?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. When crazy shit happens, you just kind of have to be in the middle of it. And, I mean, oddly enough, sometimes when stuff like that happens, you don't even really realize you're physically in the situation because you're so into looking through the viewfinder and making the shot good that, like, you know, for example, like when Diz punched Math, like, I didn't even really realize he punched him until, like, they were kind of boxing for a little bit, and then I looked up and I'm like, oh, I'm in the middle of this huge brawl that's happening.
Oh man.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just like you just kind of get into the shot and you kind of ignore everything going around you until you're like, fuck, it's too late.
that had to have been crazy because all right, not to harp on that situation too much. So when the fight actually breaks out, what does Avocado do? Do you stay there in front and film? Do you fucking take cover? You know what I'm saying?
Well, well, I mean, I've stopped a couple, not like really stopped a couple fights. I didn't like Beasley any fights, like physically stop them, but like I've definitely like stopped anything that's about to happen. And then like during Diz and Math, I kind of got in the middle of it, but I was kind of like just like trying to protect my film crew and like their equipment and stuff. And I was trying to make the fight stop, but like, you know, when something like that happens, there's so many people that get in the middle, you know, that like I don't really keep filming. I kind of just more like concentrate. Okay, like is everybody safe? Like is the equipment safe? Yada yada. So.
Yeah, that's it. And I know the equipment's like thousands of dollars worth of equipment. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy that more stuff didn't get damaged in Diz and Math because like that was insanely chaotic.
Oh man. So all right. So what's your top 3 memories? You've been in the game forever, bro. Like, so you was there when Conceited and Arsonal. You filmed that too?
Yeah, I mean.
Oh my God!
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm not gonna take too much credit for that because that's actually one of the times that I fucked up filming a rap battle because basically I didn't know that Ars was gonna rap for like 8 minutes straight, and you got to remember back then that was like unheard of because it was still like 90-second rounds, you know, in grind time back then during like Battle of the Bay 5. And I didn't know that he had this crazy long round. So basically I was like, okay, my battery looks like halfway full. It's fine. Like we can get through this next battle. And then when Ars started going off in like his second or whatever, it was like, and I was like, he's like not finishing. And I'm looking at my viewfinder and my battery is just going down and down and down. I'm just like, oh fuck. I can't like just turn my camera off and switch batteries because he's going to see that and get distracted and it might fuck up the battle. So basically what happened was the battery ran out and I just acted like I was filming still because I didn't want like the battle to get fucked up. And I'm like, okay, I got like 2 sniper angles that are up on scaffolding from above. And that's like the angles you see. And that's why the audio goes all super low near Arsonal, the end of his second, I think. So.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah. And it was all because I didn't know Ars was going to go for fucking like 8 minutes straight. And I remember that was like so groundbreaking back in the day, and now you got people that rap for like, you know, they get like 20-minute rounds. So,
Jesus, you was there for last one. So Awkward and Arsonal, how was it in the building for that when you was filming that?
That was crazy. You know, that was a crazy time because that was kind of like at the whole, you know, like being a fan of battle rap for so many years. There's always the different demographics within battle rap. You know, it's like. You have the street acapella battlers, which is like, Smack DVD and all that stuff. And then you had like the freestyle, quote unquote, Scribble Jam on beat battles. And it was always kind of like, well, what if the 2 worlds mixed? What would happen? And that was kind of like the antithesis of that in the grind time format. So it was cool. The energy was like insane. That was kind of the first time. So that was the second time that somebody flew out from the East Coast to battle Awkward, so that was tight. It was crazy. It was really awesome in the building. Can't say that battle aged that well, but it was cool at the time, for sure.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite battles still, man. Like, I don't know why people don't talk about it as much.
Yeah, it's really important in terms of battle history. Like, it's very important, so... It was dope. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of battles go down. That's for sure.
Oh man, well, what you think? Wing, this shit is crazy, man.
That was, you know, I see a lot of people like really kind of digging the history lesson because they don't really know the part that Avocado plays, other than the fact that okay, yeah, he's a camera dude. However, he's been immersed in this culture for some time, and yes, filmed some of the best battles that we all love. I did want to kind of fast forward because I'm very interested in the bunker, like, because, you know, when we first heard about it, when you guys did the event, I saw the trailer and everything. I just kind of wanted to let people you explain the significance. So I'm really glad that we have you on because I do really want to know the significance of it. And, I mean, it's a dope spot for the battles. I mean, it really looks crazy, but what was the I guess the incentive behind it? Or to actually have that secure space for all the LA events? Is that kind of what we're doing with the bunker?
Yeah, well, essentially, I've been kind of wanting to do this for a while to create like. Can you still hear me?
Hello. Hello.
Wayne, you hear us? I don't know what happened just now. Oh shit. Hello, Wayne? Wayne.
I don't know what happened with Wayne.
She got cut off.
Might have been. I think it's her phone, I think. Well, damn. Well, go ahead, Avocado.
So I guess like basically, I've always kind of wanted to have a location in battle rap that was specific to battle rap. So it's kind of like the same thing as like a famous like court to play basketball on or a famous skate park to skate at, where it's like a warehouse and it's where everybody will come and it's like that's all it's for. So it's essentially a hub, because I feel like that's what's missing right now, because I feel like there's all these leagues that have their own cities and demographics that are like sort of isolated towards them, but there's no exact place where it's like I want to battle in this location because it's perfect for battle rap, and all that I'm going there to do, battle, and I know it will pop off there. So, and I've also been a huge fan of small room battles recently. I just feel like that's kind of more my style. The battles I like kind of seem to always be small room. So I just wanted to make the perfect like small room battle environment. So yeah, that was basically the main prerogative behind the bunker.
Oh, that's dope right there.
That's
You make a
cool.
move right there, man.
I am not sure if you heard the whole question. I'm sorry. I got kicked off of Blog Talk. I'm sorry.
All good, all good.
Okay, all right. So the bunker.
I did have another question, too. A fan wanted to basically wanted other people to know what else you do. Like, he called it, quote, unquote, your real job, if you want to elaborate on that. But just kind of let people know what you actually do, because I'm very intrigued by that, too.
So for the past 11, 12 years, I've been doing visual effects. So I do visual effects for feature films. Like right now I'm working on Ninja Turtles 2. And a couple other movies, like a Ben Affleck directed movie and shit. But yeah, essentially what I do is I'm what's called a compositor. And when you see in a movie actors on like a blue or green screen, I'm the person that takes out that screen and replaces it with like an environment. That's like the easiest way of putting it. And of course there's like a million other things that my job entails, but yeah, essentially that's what I've been doing for a day job for the past decade and plus some.
Wow.
All right, man, hold on, man. All right, man. So we warmed them up. So, Avocado, what's your top 5, man? You a fan for what's your top 5, Avocado?
Top 5 battles or top 5 battlers?
Okay, your top 5 battlers and your top 5 battlers. You done seen so much live, it's just like, wow.
Okay, my top 5 battles that I've seen in person of all time would have to be Passwords versus Hollow, Thesaurus versus Filmac, Dumbfounded versus Tantrum. Let's see, what else? Conceited versus Dumbfounded. And I would got to say, for the last one, probably Dizaster versus Cannabis. Just not really because it's of how good it is, but just because of like the sheer magnitude and importance of that battle was just unreal at the moment.
Yo, Avocado, isn't it crazy that when the whole thing, all right, you know what? Hold on, bro. Can you elaborate more on what was going on with that battle? Why did Cannabis come? I mean, if you know, why did Cannabis come in and slinging all that? Like, I never even heard the real reason why he was even like that. I didn't know what was going on. He just showed up like that and pulled a notepad out. And like, what was the vibe going on when all that happened? I know everybody was like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
It's definitely like, you know, I've seen like my fair share of crazy stuff. Like, you know, I filmed Dave trying to like literally go to the bathroom on stage. And that's still by far the weirdest thing was seeing Cannabis choke like that. It was just so awkward and so strange. I don't know why he had the sling on. I've heard stories, but I don't know the exact reason. I heard that like a bouncer at a show tackled him and like broke his arm. But you know, I don't know. All I can say is I don't think he was in the best mental mind state at the time of the battle, and didn't really have the correct people around him pushing him in a good direction in life. So,
I think that's kind drugs.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's kind of, I think, why we saw the meltdown that we saw, which is like, entertaining in its own right. So.
Okay, I got it. Now, see, that makes more sense. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what was going on. Hey, yo, Avocado, man, what you thought about Fredro Starr versus Keith Murray, man? Keep it real, bro.
Incredible. Obviously, it was the whole thing was amazing. It was, like I said, it's not necessarily the dopest battle, but it was entertaining for a lot of reasons. The fact they had a referee there that was like just being pushed around the whole time was like the most wild thing I've ever seen. Like,
right.
And he's not even like getting angry at it. He's just laughing the whole time, and they're like literally like throwing him back and forth like a ping pong ball. And then the battle itself was just insane and off the walls. It was crazy, and that's, I don't know. I guess that's kind of like what happens when you try to make like two industry guys that were popping a little bit in the past try to battle again in this modern day format. It's going to come out kind of strange like that.
Most definitely.
That was great.
So,
Avocado.
Yeah, go ahead, Drizzy. I was going to say, Drizzy, what's goody?
I wanted to ask. You've been around since day one. A lot of people haven't really been around like you have. So I just wanted to ask, what do you see now being the biggest change in battle rap from you filming back in the beginning of the grind time days to now? What's the biggest difference with battle rap today?
I mean, the biggest difference is that now it's an actual industry, It's like I watched it become something that people just do for like to kind of sharpen their skills to something that people do to feed their family. It's something people do to like make an income. That's like the biggest difference now. And it's like that is a very good thing, but it's a difficult thing to work with in terms of how we used to set up battles and make these classics happen. It makes it slightly more tricky, but it's also a very positive thing because I think it's a good thing that we're moving forward to making it like its own industry like UFC or boxing, or the NFL. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Avocado, I got a real question for you, right? Like a serious question. Like, now, I know at King of the Dot, you guys take pride in everything you guys do. You guys have release dates coming early for the battles, which is awesome. You know what I'm saying? You guys take pride in Organic actually speaks out when he sees bullshit. You know what I mean? He will address it. Like, how hard is it to be? Because you are officially King of the Dot, I'm assuming.
I'm not King of the Dot staff. Like,
you're not. But that's who that's your not alliance, but you rock with King of the Dot.
Oh yeah. I rock with King of the Dot, but I mean at the same time I've filmed Barbarian Battlegrounds in Detroit. I filmed Don't Flop Atlanta. I filmed Don't Flop.
Oh snap! I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I mean I filmed Dirtbag Dan's Battle of the Zay League before. I don't know. I like contributing to everybody's league, and I'm actually trying to go film that Raise the Stakes event out in Philly. Because I just like everybody's footage to look good, and it hurts me when I'm like, oh, this battle like is dope, but it just looks subpar or sounds subpar. So yeah, I mean, I definitely work mainly with King of the Dot, but I would never say I only work with them.
Okay, now question: with you being, cause let's be honest, all right, I'm not gonna say who's number one, who's number two, number three, but you're definitely. Well, I can't say the most respected. Y'all are all respected. You Twiz and John Doe are all respected for filming. Y'all all have your own style. Everything is different. What sets you apart? Like what makes you? You know what I mean? Stay afloat in your opinion. Like how do you stay above the rest? I'm not trying to compare you to it, but everybody wants to be the best in something. So what makes you so different?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, like you said, I would never say anybody is the best or anything. I think it's cool now because everybody has different styles. Like, my style of editing, filmmaking, cinematography, the way I present events is much different than the way that Twiz presents events, than Liam over at Don't Flop presents events. I think, and John Doe at Black Ice Cartel, like it's all different. We all have our own flavor, and I don't know. I think the thing that I like to do a lot, which actually kind of people are very polarized on it, is that I like to be experimental. Like sometimes I like to use, like for an intro, I like to use rock music, or like have a kung fu theme to it. Just something like kind of fun, and it keeps it, in my opinion, fresh. So I think that's kind of what sets me apart from the rest of the filmmakers inside of battle rap.
Okay, because in the past year or two, well, I hate to say it like that, Avocado, because you know what? The more that I'm talking to you, I'm actually thinking about it. So if you shot most of the West Coast in grind time, right? And let's be honest with you, the West Coast was really the popping coast, in my opinion, in grind time. So it's like you film most of the crazy. So are you underrated, do you think? Because your name is, everyone knows who you are, but it seemed like the past couple of years is when it really blew up. When filmers' names started really getting out there.
Yeah. I would definitely say I'm not the most known filmmaker inside of battle rap at all. I think like a lot of my peers have much wider of a fan base than I do, which is cool. I like that. That's tight to me because it's like, I didn't really start doing this to be known, and I didn't do it for exposure because it's like, I already have a job in quote unquote Hollywood. I hate to say that, but so it's like not like I'm really looking for that, but I just want to make stuff I like look better, and I like battle rap, and I want to make it as good as it can be.
Wow, this is kind of crazy because when battle rap is over with, and everyone goes back and looks at all the grind time and the King of the Doubt footage, like they're gonna wake up and realize you shot all of that.
Right,
like, that's crazy.
Right.
Yeah. And especially now, a lot of battles be dropping with bad audio and just bad production. So that really make you stand out when you see all this other work that a lot of it don't be good, and that mess up the whole battle. It don't matter how good the battlers are if the production's bad.
Yeah, I totally agree. It sucks because it's like some battles are so awesome, but just get hindered by the audio or the visual quality of it. Like Enes versus Arsonal, it's like the audio is just not there, but it's like such an awesome battle that it's just frustrating. But yeah, I agree totally.
Man, so you're pretty much go ahead, Wayne. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right. I was gonna ask, just kind of staying on that. I was gonna say, Avocado, like when we watch a battle, we think about stuff like that as far as audio and whatnot, but we're still gonna watch the battle. When you look at a battle and you're like, is that kind of like the first thing that stands out to you, and you're like, oh my God, I can't do this?
Oh, of course. I'm not gonna lie. That's honestly like why I even turn on battles sometimes. I'm like, okay, I want to see what this looks like, what this sounds like, and if it sounds great, I get hyped. I'm like, hell yeah, that's awesome. Like, that's like great that it sounds good, looks good, edited, cool, like gets me psyched to watch it. So sometimes I won't even really watch the whole battle. I'll just watch like the first like round, to see how it sounds and looks and go from there.
Okay, so you fill it out. But at the same time though, you want to be awesome, but not too awesome. Let's not get crazy now. Like you know what I'm saying? Let's be honest now. You still have Avocado. Like, hold up. If you see something too crazy, yeah, your mind's gonna start working on what you're gonna do for your next joint, right?
Oh, of course. It's all competition too. It's like when I see somebody do something so well, it inspires me to be that much better. Like especially when I see somebody elevate the game much more in a good direction. I'm like, hell yeah, all right, I'm gonna start doing that too. And we're gonna all just, because it's like we all just like push the game farther and farther. Like if I was to I film with a red cam, and it's a cam that shoots 4K, and it's like what a lot of filmmakers use to shoot feature films on. Like Peter Jackson used it to film The Hobbit. Like if I was to ever tell myself 4 or 5 years ago that I was going to be shooting battle rap on a 4K camera, I would like laugh at myself. But it's like we're at the day and age now where it's like that is the possibility, just because of how far the industry has pushed us. Like, the level of professionalism is like there's no excuse not to be as good as you can be, and it's like I look at some of the stuff that like comes out of URL and like Black Guys Don't Flop, King of the Dot, and I'm like, this stuff looks as good, if not better, than like UFC promos and like boxing promos that are put out, and that like makes me feel super good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you tired of the comparisons with Twiz and John Doe? Does it annoy you?
No. I like it. I mean, it's cool. Like, to be frank, I've never actually even like met either of them. I've talked to them through social media and stuff, but I enjoy it. I like when people say, you know, which is better, because the thing that I don't ever look at that like, oh, I think I'm better than Twiz, or like, does Twiz think he's better than me? I look at that like, what do people like to see? Like, what aspects of cinematography do people pick up on and they're like, I like this, or like, you know, Twiz does this and that's the reason why I like it, or Avocado does this, that's the reason why I like it. So it's like kind of like I take it as constructivism rather than like straight hating on me and liking somebody else.
Okay, I got you. So Avocado, have you seen NWX versus Arsonal and Suge? What's your thoughts on the 360 camera, on the 360 view?
Well, we've been dealing with that a lot at my job recently. Like, there's like a bunch of like VR, VFX going on nowadays. And to be honest with you, it's cool. I can see why it would be cool, but I don't know if it's really not a gimmick. I kind of feel like it's gimmicky in the sense where it's like I attribute it to, like, take, for example, 3D films. In my opinion, there's two instances where 3D films have been successful. That's on Gravity and Avatar, and that's because they were using the 3D vehicle to tell a story. Like in Gravity, it brought you to space, and then in Avatar, it brought you to this new world. So it wasn't a gimmick. It was actually a storytelling technique. And in battle rap, I feel like it's the same deal. It's like you cut to a close-up when you want the end of a bar to impact really hard. You cut to a wide angle when the crowd is going crazy because you want to see how insane it is in the building. I think when you take away the director's ability to do that and for people to kind of pan around and do whatever they want, I think it kind of, I don't know if it lessens the art form, but I think it isn't as impactful as it would be with clear direction, you know? Because I opened up that battle and I kind of spun around for a little bit, and I found myself not even really watching the battle. I was kind of just, like, looking at the crowd and, like, seeing who was there and, like, what the venue looks like. So it was kind of distracting, honestly. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's kind of gimmicky. Like, I thought that battle would have been better if they just kind of put it out as, like, both a 360-degree battle and a regular version, you know?
Yeah, I didn't really like the 360. Like, it was a point in the battle I couldn't get the camera back to where I wanted it. Like, it was, I had to roll over and do like a bunch of other stuff.
Yo, Drizzy, I'm trying to hold back my story too. I'm trying to hold it back, but you kind of put it out there. Yo, go ahead, Drizzy. I'm gonna tell you my story about the 360 drone. I was like, oh, you know what? Wait a minute. I don't think I like it.
I'm in the recliner watching the battle, and I'm looking around, like checking out, 360 and looking around, and then I'm trying to get back to the battlers where I could see all of them, and I couldn't get to it. I had to like roll over to get the camera to spin around and turn my phone around. Like, I'm like, nah, I wasn't feeling that, B.
Drizzy, I made the mistake of, I think when I watched it, I think I was laying down or I was standing up. I don't know what I was, but I know I definitely turned around like a damn whale or something, killing his prey to try to get the battle. I could not get the battle back, my nigga. Like, I'm telling you, I couldn't get the battle back, and I was getting very mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it took me literally, like, not no 3-5 seconds. I'm over here damn near doing a handstand on one arm trying to see these niggas. Like, you know what? Okay, I don't know how much I like this 360 shit. I like the concept. You tried something new, but now it made me realize I don't care about the crowd no more. I want to see the battles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I tried to go through all of it to see the battle. I rolled around in the bed with the phone looking like, yo, what the fuck am I doing right now? Like, this is crazy. I could not find the battle back.
Yeah. And then the camera, when you did have it on the battles, it was like real far away. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, exactly. It felt like you were watching it through a fish bowl, like a fish eye, pretty much.
Yeah.
Man, but so what's the overall goal for All right, so again, so Grind Time. No, hold on. What was your thoughts when Grind Time went downhill and was no longer around? What was your thoughts on that? I mean, you done filmed all these classic battles now. You know, I mean, so you pretty much filled the whole space, Conceited and Hollow, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what, Avocado? Fuck you. All right, fuck you. Because I clicked on that motherfucker so many times, thinking they actually was gonna battle and shit. That was some fucked up shit, Avocado, you did, man. That shit got so many views, it's crazy. A lot of them shits is mine, Avocado. I thought they was gonna battle, man.
That was crazy. But I mean, my thoughts on Grind Time going downhill. I mean, I kind of saw it coming, like, because Grind Time was started not really as a business. It was kind of started as
fun.
People just wanting to do something fun. Yeah, exactly. So it kind of got into the hands of people that didn't necessarily know how to run a business together. So people conflicted, and then, you know, people were owed money, blah, blah, blah. So it became sort of like when it got to the level that people were making money and getting paid, some people felt slighted, yada, yada, and it just went downhill. And by that time, I'd been working with King of the Dot, and they were kind of more in advanced business procedures at that time. So it was kind of already blossoming a little bit more. So I kind of just moved up there and started filming with them. Kind of helped out down here, but for the most part, until we came back to the West with the Vendetta 1 event, I was kind of up in Canada filming battles for a while.
Okay, so you didn't really get fucked up behind the whole Grind Time because you was already networking, making moves. You to fuck with not to say fuck Grind Time. I'm fucking King of the Dot, but you was already expanding your area. So when Grind Time happened, you was not in a fucked up position. Because if you wasn't messing with the way I'm hearing it, if you wasn't messing with King of the Dot and Grind Time just fell off, it would be like it would be no Avocado really like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've like quote unquote like said I was gonna stop filming battles so many times because of how difficult it is. It's kind of like how people like retire from a sport a million times. Like basically, I'm like the Jay-Z of like filming battles. I've like announced my retirement so many times, and then like the next card will come around, and I'll see it and be like, okay, that card is really tight. I want to film it. So yeah, I mean, I didn't get burned too bad by Grind Time. I definitely I didn't leave unscathed by any means, but it wasn't something that I wasn't already able to take a loss on,
Fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fuck your head, man.
And you fan movement is the movement to move with.